And Scott Starboard.
Hey, Scott.
Scott Starboard.
All right, I'll get Scott.
Scott Starboard.
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 Scott Starboard!
Now, turn it up, feel the baseline, gallop fast, collide past the stars, shoot through the mass. Hands high, cheer flows like the breeze. The Scott Starboard vibe, breaking rules with ease. Gritty like sawdust, but smoother than silk. Words spill out, whipped up, honeyed in milk. The show takes on galaxies, king of the scene. Fusion of rhythms, a genre grafted dream. Scott Starboard. Every pulse and sound, a radiant glow. It's the Scott Starboard. Now giddy up, get down, and let that energy grow.
Oh, yeah, that was scary. Oh boy, thank you for being here. I am Scott Starboard. This is the Scott Starboard Show. We're just hanging out, baby. We're hanging out, getting ready for the one and only Primetime 99. Alex Stein coming on at 7 o'clock. We're going all the way up to about 6:55-ish. Hopefully I'm right on time. Last night was a little close. Too close for comfort. Thank you guys so much for being here. Alex Stein only has 12 episodes left. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I mean, I'm going to keep streaming and stuff, but oh, man, I got to get Alex. Alex is going to be on this show again before it's all over. Damn you, Glenn Beck. Now, we're going to have some fun. Listen, it's going to be fine. It is a little, the unknown. Nobody likes the unknown. And the unknown is upon us, but I'll tell you right now, Alex is going to be absolutely fine. We are all going to be fine. Take a deep breath. Let it out. We'll be fine. Please, God, let us be fine. No, we'll be fine. We're going to be good. Steven Crowder, after, I believe, 4 years, at least 3 years of a hiatus from the memorific, ridiculously viral change my mind gimmick that Charlie Kirk admittedly, emulated, is back. I wish Charlie Kirk was back. Steven Crowder's back. And I thought it was a little interesting. Does he still have it? Is he rusty? I don't know. We'll see. And our boy last night on Alex Stein, Primetime 99, JVT Entertainment himself, Jimmy. You guys remember seeing Jimmy went to a town hall meeting. I believe it was in Dallas, Fort Worth, I think. I know it's in right down the road. Might be Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas Minor. I don't know. I haven't been to Dallas yet. But he Paige did an unbelievable. Paige Wallace, the one and only. She was unbelievable at her town hall speech. Alex tried to go first. They booted our boy out immediately. He had like 15 seconds. He didn't even show it to us because he was so annoyed. Paige came batting cleanup, whooped that ass. She did amazing. I can't think of the woman's name, but we'll be reminded of the female politician's name who Paige mopped the floor with. And then JVT himself, Jimmy, came in and just tears all around, just brought the house down in the best of ways, in my opinion. And I made a little video of it last night so that I could talk about it with y'all today. But yeah, somebody from he believes it's the actual woman, the female politician. Somebody took his phone number and was texting him directly. These ain't DMs, PMs, elemental PMZs. These ain't no social media things. Right to his phone. Alex didn't seem bothered by it because Alex is bothered all the time. Like, it just goes over Alex's head. Alex is like, welcome to my world, Jimmy. But I think it's weird. We'll check that out. And a whole bunch of other stuff. There's all types of stuff. But let me get straight to the Chizat. I don't know what is going on. I do kind of know what's going on. I haven't been promoting enough lately, but that's all right. People catch up. Like last night, I finished with 19 live viewers, which is good for me. I mean, who the hell am I? I'm nobody. But I was like, damn, usually I get a little bit more than that. And then I checked later today, it's like 35, 40 or whatever. I'm like, thank you, God. I can't go below that. It's already pretty low. But listen, we all hang out and have fun anyway. So the hell with everybody else, to be completely frank. BW's in the house. He's like, text the show to an enemy, anybody. Somebody you love, hate, work with, used to work with. Maybe a pen pal from jail. Tell somebody, please. I love you, BW. Thank you for being here, my brother. Truth is unbreakable. She says, share the stream with your peeps. Please. Get somebody in here with us to hang out. Daniel Graham, my man. What up, chat rat fam? Let's effing go. Oh, we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to have some fun. Like I said, we're going all the way up till 6:50 something or other. And then Alex Stein comes on, Mr. Content, Comedy Gold himself. And then Doc Mass Steve has the after party at 8 o'clock. Oh my God, I felt so bad. I can't wait till Doc Mass Steve gets in here. I guess I'll say it twice, but I'm watching Doc Mass Steve and I'm sitting on the couch. I can't sit on my couch anymore. See, you guys don't understand. I wake up at like 4:55-ish, 5 o'clock, and I'm at work by like, I don't know, 5:30, 5:45, something like that, depending on traffic. You guys know I hate traffic. Anyway, and so I'm tired. I work, physical labor type of shit, and I am just beat. And I'm laying on the couch, and I'm like, I wake up at like 1 o'clock in the morning. My neck is killing me. I'm like, wait, he's done? Doc match is over? Like, what time is it? Oh, shit. So it was one of those type of nights. And he was cooking, too. We were having a grand old time up in there. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love yous all. Truth's Unbreakable. Are you a mug clubber? I know our boy, Daniel Graham. I believe he was a mug clubber. I don't know. I was a mug clubber up until whatever the hell month it was this year. And I'm like, I just can't justify, and it's not nothing against Steven Crowder or anybody else. It's just, there's like, you got to consolidate a little bit in life. At least I do. I'm like, everybody, it's like, it's only $20. It's only $5. It's only $10. It's only $14.99. With ads, it's $18.99. This one's, $21. Big deal. $9.99. And it's like, eventually, and the crowd is $100. I pay for KineMaster per year. That's $50. I pay for this freaking thing, $44 a month. I mean, it adds up. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, I got to cut something out here. So I'm like, sorry, Steven. I still get the free show. So there is that. But I think, oh, look, there you go. I'm an idiot. I didn't even read it. I am a chat rat and a mug clubber for life. God love you. Listen, I'll get back on that mug club thing sooner or later, but now I understand. Reading is fun. Dementals. I think Alex and Crowder need to team up. That shit would be fire. I think of that all the time, by the way. That would be comedic fusion that the world needs. Plus, we need JVT on there too, so we can whip him along with Gerald. I'll tell you right now, it's not like we're besties or anything, and it's not even as close as a friendship as I have with Alex Stein. But Dave Landau, I consider Dave Landau a friend, okay? So with the whole Steven Crowder versus Dave Landau, it's like, of course I'm taking my friend's side. But I've talked to him. He understands. He knows the deal. He's like, listen, He's like, I'll even pop in and watch every now and then. I'm like, you do? And he's like, no. But what are you gonna do? He's like, plus we need that JVT on there along with Gerald. Thank you, because that is what I was gonna mention. Like, Gerald sucks. Like, I don't even know. I used to say like Gerald is boring, but he's a good person. I don't even know if Gerald is really a good person. If you watch or pay attention like I did for so long, and I'm not saying he's a bad person, but I think some of the narcissism from Steven has rubbed off onto Gerald, because now Gerald thinks he's the shiznit. And I mean, he is the CEO or whatever the hell it is of the company, the president or whatever, prime minister of Louder with Crowder. But I don't know. There's just something there. Like, our boy, friend of the show, Andrew Wilson, you know, Andrew's rough around the edges, we'll just say. And sometimes, you know, he can come across as a jerk sometimes. I'm friends with Aiden Kearney, Dr. Turtleboy. Y'all hear me say that dude's name all the time. I love him. Follow and subscribe and all that shit. Even though he gets like 9,000 live viewers a show, you don't need my little shit. But still, it's fun. He's good. And Turtleboy and Andrew Wilson remind me of each in in sort of different ways. Turtleboy he does believe in God, but I wouldn't say he's a religious man. And maybe he is, Aiden, don't be mad at me. I'm just saying, like, I know he believes in God, but like he's just rough. My boy is rugged, you know what I mean? And but Andrew Wilson's like that. But even with Andrew Wilson being like, I know everything and you know nothing, and I am always right. I mean, he's a debater. He's a master debater. He's a master debater. Even though he is a debater by occupation, Gerald like still like acts like, and I don't know, maybe I'm nitpicking, I don't know. Gerald just kind of gets under my skin a little bit, and he's not funny. Sometimes he's funny, and when he's funny, okay, how about this? When Gerald from Louder with Crowder is actually funny, I'm like, yes, I'm happy for him. That tells you that he is not funny in general, because you shouldn't have those feelings of being like, oh, whew, he was funny, thank God. It's like, you know, I'm still rooting for him. I root for people. What do you want me to do? There you go. Elizabeth Beck. Thank you, Truth. Elizabeth Beck needs to go. I'm still laughing about my brain tap experience. I recorded it. Nothing relaxing about it. Can I watch it? Did you post it on Rumble or anything? I am so sorry, Truth. I'm sorry, all you guys. Like, I have 0 time. It's the end of the season. We are hustle bustling. I think I got like 7 weeks left. I can't wait. Just so I could dedicate more time to this and everything else. Like, I haven't been able to go on Twitter, and usually I go and find all you beautiful, wonderful, amazing people and just like all your shit and like it all. Adam Wiley, let's go. I love you, Adam. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening, my friend. I think Landau got a nasty divorce, stressed version of Steven. I agree. Doesn't justify bad behavior, and I love Landau. I've met him in person. There you go. But Louder with Crowder is a grind. Yep. And there is a work ethic thing. Oh, now you're going to make me learn, was it French? No, Spanish. C'est la vie. C'est la vie? Is that it? C'est la vie? I don't know. But we say la vie anyway. Now I feel like I am Canadian. Oh, you didn't put it up, but you got to edit it. All right. Very good. C'est la vie. L-A-V. Los Angeles. California. I got it. I know. I'm so proud of myself. Real quick before I get on, because I'm going to do French 101. Before I get into it, there was a couple of things here. I absolutely agree with you. Also, I've said it from jump, okay? That Steven Crowder video where him and his ex-wife Hillary were like getting into it, I didn't find it to be at all like anything bad. I mean, I get it. He's being nastier to her at that moment than she is, but she knows it's being recorded and she's going to use it against him. I actually back him up on that, and Dave has agreed with me. He's like, that video is bullshit. Like, record anybody having an argument and then pretend like, secretly record them and then pretend like, oh, I'm a good guy. And, he's said it himself, like, he goes, they were made for each other. He did say that at the time when the split happened. So I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's get into some goodness. You know what I want to do? I want to get right into, let me pull this up. And I got to remember to put this on there. There we go. I still would rather this, but it's just too dang small, in my opinion. Oh, wait. Oh, hell yeah. That video was BS. For me and my wife, that kind of argument is flipping. There you go. There you go. Exactly. It's like if people cut some of the, knockdown, drag out beefs that my Mrs. Starboard and I have had, you know what I mean? They'd probably want to throw us both in the clink. They'd be like, damn, Steven Crowder's a pretty nice guy. No, I mean, but still, you know what I mean? I'm joking, but I'm not. It's like, Mrs. Starboard and I have been together for 24 awesome ass years. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to 24 without having a few, knockdown drag outs, as they say in the beeswax. All right. We're not going to watch this whole thing. It's like an hour and a half, but there was some interesting parts. And I just want to do a little review, if you will. So, and you guys hang out. It's not going to be the whole dang show. It's only 6:23. I still got like a smash load of stuff on X I want to get to, but I at least want to get through like, a couple of minutes of the very first girl and then skip to the second to last guy. So
inspired student iterations, one meme of the year, and yes, even a few changed minds later.
Somewhat changed your mind.
Changed my mind had grown far bigger than I ever initially anticipated. And with that came pushback, controversy, increasing hostility, and yes, straight up violence.
crazy.
You piece of living garbage.
That's trash under my fucking shoe. Oh, this one bothered me the most, I think. It's just so annoying. And I actually know like 4 people like this in real life. Ugh.
Dumpster fire.
It got to the point where security became a serious issue. And so I pulled back. Now, given recent events, however, I felt led, compelled even, to bring it back.
Woo!
Voices like ours, and I mean ours, can't be silenced. And I say this to you watching on the left. Made me do this.
Somebody, by the way, I saw a comment. I can't confirm this or anything like that, but I just saw it right now. And somebody said, it was so awesome, like seeing Steven Crowder today. I just wish some of the stuff that he was selling was a little less expensive. Oh my God. Somebody's like, what do you mean? And you could tell like he's like, whoops, I shouldn't have said that so loud, because now, or at least he didn't think anybody was going to say anything. And he's like, I don't know, the mugs were like $50 and the shirts were like $35 or something like that. I was like, damn, Charlie Kirk's out there flinging free MAGA hats to people. You know what I mean? But I'm not knocking anything. Crowder, he does make dough, but people don't realize he's not like filthy stinking rich. Charlie Kirk was filthy stinking rich. And he worked to get there. I'm not knocking anything. And now I think Eric, in my opinion, I don't know. I shouldn't even give my opinion on it. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Did you guys get a text? Did you guys get any texts from, I didn't put this on stage. Did you guys tell me if you guys got, I get these damn texts all the time from like the GOP and from all these, people looking for donations all the time. And I got one from Turning Point USA. And it was like, this is Erica Kirk, my husband, blah, 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 and it's trying to get money. And it was like, I think it was the day she did like she posted the video of her of like Charlie in she was touching Charlie Kirk's hand in the casket. It was that day. And like I didn't think much of it until like the 12th text I got asking for money. And I realized like, wow, like I don't know if Erica's doing this herself or not. Probably not. But it's like TPUSA, wrong time. At least, wait till after the funeral in the celebration of life deal. Like, geez. I mean, just asking for money. They are loaded. And I mean, you always need more money. Every organization needs more money, but I don't know. Just for me, it left a sour taste in my mouth. So, and a lot of the donation money that TPUSA got, Charlie Kirk got, that's how he can fling these hats out. So, Crowder's, I don't want to knock him too much, but, and this is the first one. This is his very first one back in a long time, years. He was the man. He was the best at it. I will give him that. Charlie Kirk definitely, what's the term? The best sword, comes from like the hardest steel, something like that. You know what I mean? So the more you're banging on that steel, the better the sword's going to be. So I think I'm just going to kind of leave it all out in my cards on the table here. Crowd is rusty. And I'm not knocking him either, but he's rusty. Like, I can't wait until he's in full force. That's all I'm going to say. Because a sharpened, hardened sword of Steven Crowder is going to be frigging badass. Like, I was watching it. That's why I kind of want to watch it with you guys a little bit. Because I was watching it, and I knew, like, I guess you could say talking points. I hate, to admit that. That's a lefty thing, right? But like I knew what to say, and I'm like, what's he doing? Like he's agreeing with some of the stuff that these people are saying, and I know the counter or the rebuttal rather than talking points. I should say rebuttal, but all right, let's go. My blabbing.
I didn't necessarily want to, and everyone told me that this, in today's climate, could not be done unless I took unbelievable precautions, unless it was absolutely kept a secret until mere hours before the event as a pop-up, unless I literally brought an army with me and bulletproofed the entire radius, which is exactly what we did. And so today, for the first time in many years, Change My Mind returns, and back to one of the places where it all began, Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas. Today's subject is plain and simple. The left is violent. Will anybody be able to change my mind?
Now, let me finish that. All right, now here's the thing. I just wish we could get into this a little bit faster, but he like changes his own parameters, and it kind of pisses me off because the left is violent. Boom, there you go. Now, that doesn't mean that the right can never be violent, but the left is like inherently violent, and not every single leftist, obviously. But I don't know. Let's just watch. Watch.
Thank you for sitting
One more time.
Steven.
Yes. Okay.
So I'll take that. I mean, you're not maybe super familiar with what we do with these this series. Let me just kind of clarify what it is. First, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not gotcha. It's not clickbait. This is not meant to be, or it won't be used to clip into some kind of a dunk or something to just foment people espousing the same rhetoric on one side. It will be uploaded contextually in its entirety, where hopefully we have a productive discussion. Yes. We rationalize our positions, reason them on controversial topics. Before I get to the premise of today, could you do me a favor just so we can find some common ground? Yeah. This is what's being cited right now quite a bit. Just the definition of political violence. I want to make sure we both agree on it.
Political violence are criminal complaints, indictments, and court records looking for crimes that seek a socio-political change or to communicate to outside audience.
And I'll summarize it. That's the technical description from the source cited. Yeah. It's violence as a tool being used toward a political end. In other words, just because you vote Democrat or because you vote Republican, if you accidentally hit someone with your car and commit manslaughter, that's not political violence. if you vote Democrat, but let's say you go out and run someone over because of their politics, that would be political. Do we agree on that?
I think I can agree with you on that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, real quick, because I just saw something from Daniel Graham. My bad, bro. I haven't seen it all yet. I wonder if maybe he was nervous, safety, and all that. Definitely. And definitely, by the way, Daniel Graham and everybody watches, please watch this whole thing. Like, I'm not like I'm not reviewing the, and by the way, I'm just doing a little bit of this, watching this interaction with the first lady. And then I want to watch a little bit of the second to last one. I believe there's 5 altogether. So I hope Steven Crowder isn't mad. This is I still have my 1976 Fair Right Use Act. But let's be friends here. I'm not trying to, and I hope everybody watches it who's watching this. I hope you go later after Dark Matt Steve and watch this. So all right, here we go.
Good. So the premise today is that particularly today in 2025, by and large, the political violence is coming from the left. It's not proportionate with that on the right. That's the reason for the security that you see today that's very necessary. And it's a problem that's reaching a boiling point that may not be sustainable. If you disagree with me, you're welcome to change my mind.
I don't know if I can change your mind, because here's the thing. When I see the sign that says the left is violent, and you talked about how it's not proportional, and I would love to see your statistics about that, because we could make the same statement about the right very easily, right? Like, we could say that was it just a month or two ago that the Democratic lawmakers were shot, and that was like, all right. I think our bigger problem is that the
You're talking about the Hortmans in Minnesota, right?
Right, yeah, because she was a senator, and her husband was also killed. And
Steven Crowder pulls this out, no problem. For him, this is a softball, and he does great with this, by the way.
Like, that was done by the right, whatever. But
it wasn't. But continue.
Oh, that wasn't a.
No,
it wasn't done by the right, sweetheart. I don't think really any of them are, but let's go.
Conservative or.
No, that's why I used the example that I did. The person, Vance Bolter, who committed it, specifically said it had nothing to do with politics, and he left a letter reasoning it, saying that Tim Walz had ordered him to carry a hit out on people. So he was very clear that it wasn't in the name of politics. That's someone who happened to be, on some issues, Republican, on some issues, Democrat. Maybe. He was appointed by a Tim Walz administration. So that was not done in the name of political violence. He said Tim Walz ordered him to assassinate somebody who was out of his mind. But I'd like to continue with the example.
Sure. And let's say, okay, so he wasn't right. That's fine.
No, it wasn't political violence.
It wasn't political. Oh, it didn't count as political violence.
Based on the definition you agreed to, right?
Now, see what happened? She goes, oh, he wasn't on the right. And then Crowder said, no, it wasn't political violence. You see the parameters, basically, that we've agreed to at the beginning. The guy wasn't on the right. Like, I believe, like, I think he worked, like, that dude who shizarded them up, the political politicians there in Minnesota, I think it is. Shame on me. I didn't really pay attention to that too much. I should have, but it just wasn't really in my face with all these other shows and everything. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. So like embedded in my brain to understand at least, a tenth of the facts so that I could argue with someone about that one day, or just so I know. But Steven, like, he handled that all fine, but he just said that the dude, like, so by the way, that guy who shizot those 2 people didn't deserve it. He worked for Tim Walz. So that guy, if he got hired by a Republican governor or mayor or whoever he was working for, he would then register as a Republican and be a Republican. If he worked for Tim Walz or another Democrat, he would register as a Democrat. So, and he would consider himself a Democrat and he would support that party. That guy is, what do they call it in football or baseball or sports? It's just a hired gun. Oh, that's not a good, but that's what it is. No, don't correlate anything. I just like, it's just, hired help. I guess I'll say it better.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it too is there's so many things happening. It's actually really hard to get all the facts about everything.
Sure.
And our media is when they make these statements where they start to postulate about an event and it will become political before we've even fleshed everything out, you know, like.
Can you give me an example?
Well, like the shooting that happened at the church yesterday. I haven't seen enough. I don't know. I haven't seen any media on it yet. I'm curious to know what the media is saying about it, and I want to know how are they characterizing it?
Yeah, the media isn't characterizing. Even I will say this, even on the left and the right, they're not really characterizing that as political violence.
All right, do you see what I'm saying? That's rusty, bro. That is rusty, people. Steven Crowder should know better. If that was me sitting there, I would have said, you're right. She's actually right, you know, because everybody on the left wants that shooter to be the church shooter, awful thing, to be a right winger. And everybody on the right, whether you want to admit it or not, we're all like, oh God, please be a leftist. Like, we don't need our first Republican piece of crap shooting up a school with kids. That's not what we do. That's literally not what we do. So maybe it's not even so much that we're like, oh, please be a leftist. It's like, what are you talking about there on the right? You better look a little bit closer, because we don't do that shit. We, people on the right, foundationally, we believe in life and especially protecting children. So that's true. I don't give a shit what flag was on his bumper sticker. I don't care anything. You don't do that. And by the way, that guy supposedly had a beef with the Mormon church. I don't care if you have a beef with, fucking Santa Claus, buddy. You don't go, popping caps and kids or anybody. You don't go start shooting all the elves' kids, for cripe's sake. All right, let's go.
Because it was a guy who really seemed to harbor ill will toward the Mormon church. So it's pretty hard to categorize it as political violence when the targets were largely conservative and the man who carried out the action seems like he might be Republican. But I think we could pick a more clear example, a multitude of them. The reason we're here, and I don't think...
Seems like you should be... This is what I mean. Our boy's Rusty over here, because there's reports on both sides. Like, this guy said he was a Democratic socialist. Hello! Yeah, a real big right-winger. But then he was supposedly registered as a Republican. So in Massachusetts, I was a registered Republican, and then I switched to an independent or non-political party. I forget how it's labeled here in Mass in my brain at the current moment. And I did that so Rush Limbaugh did Operation Chaos. And when Hillary and Obama were running against each other, Rush Limbaugh, genius, wonderfully hatched this scheme. And he said, listen, Obama's winning all over the place, but Hillary has a little bit of hope. If we all in the next 5 or 6 states vote for Hillary, then they will keep spending money against each other. And whoever wins... who was it against? Was it against John McCain? I think it was John McCain and Mitt Romney. One of the two. Oh, yeah, it was John McCain. Whoever went against John McCain, they would have less money because they're spending it on each other. So that was the thing. And I voted for Hillary just so that she could beat Obama. And I believe here in Massachusetts it actually worked. But then the next 4 states, I think Obama just swept the shit out of her. So, the old college try. But my whole point is I was able to vote in the Democrat primary because I was an independent or whatever, a non-party affiliate. In the state, Minnesota, wherever the terrible shooting happened, I can't remember. I'm sorry. You might have to register as a Republican to vote in the Republican primary, or vice versa with Democrats. So I don't know. From what I see, there's no way on earth any right wing. I can see some right winger losing their mind and doing some bad shit, but not with a church or with kids. I'm sorry. It's like this. Okay. It's like, this guy's a super right winger and he's, pro-abortion, right? Pro-abortion. That sounds like you're for abortion. Pro-choice. That means you're for abortion. Whatever. Against abortion. And then he goes out and makes TikToks and says, oh, look at all these bitches I knocked up, dog. Yo, I got them all locked up, dog. They got all knocked up. And we love it. Every time we have the abortion go, it's great. That dude is, I don't care what you pretend to be or what you pretend to vote for. You're not a Republican or a conservative or a right winger or a Christian for that matter. So people can say whatever they want, but you can't be like, oh, I believe in Jesus. I follow Jesus 100%. And then, but I'm knocking up bitches and we having abortions and we celebrate them abortions. You know what I'm saying? You're not, whatever your dumbass thinks you are, you ain't once you do stupid shit like that. So
You would argue that this is unnecessary. The assassination in cold blood is an act of terrorism of Charlie Kirk. Is that political violence? You seem so confident on the Hortmans, but not Charlie Kirk.
Now, this lady, this is another rusty part, and we're going to move on to the next one because, shit, I'm running out of time. This is another thing where he's rusty because this woman is actually super nice. Like I said, please watch this, you guys, after Dark Match Steve or tomorrow morning or whatever you can. Because I'm on right now and then Alex Stein and then Dark Match Steve, so I don't want you guys missing anything. But watch this at your leisure when you get the chance. But and you should. It's really good. It's good. But this is what I mean by rusty, because it's like this woman is super nice and she's actually pretty intelligent and she's trying to stay into the parameters that Steven Crowder put. And he's like, oh, so what about that? Like, he's already getting into it. And this lady's like, bro, relax. I'm trying to stay within your parameters. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, I'm not shitting on Steven whatsoever. He actually you can see him knocking some of the rust off in the rest of this. You know what? Let's just move up because like this one lasts a while.
Incumbent on one side to have these types of measures in place. I have since I was 19 years old doing comedy in clubs. And I don't think I've said anything that necessitates that.
So George was letting me know. I have class at 2.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So how do we fix this then?
Oh, I mean, I think we need to have more civil discourse. I think
Can't do that. We get shot.
Well, we can. We're doing it right now. Let's
With
not
the brigade.
be so
Yeah.
pessimistic. But Steven, come on, we have to change our attitudes about it. We can't constantly fixate on the negative stuff. I know it's important, it matters, but we can do it.
See, here's the thing: is this we business? Okay, now this lady isn't technically like full blown lefty. As you'll find out when you watch the full thing. There's so many people who just don't understand. It's like, well, why can't we all just get along? Steven Crowder has to pay $250,000 for all of these security people just to get a little bit of content and to, come out and basically, let's be honest, pay tribute to Charlie Kirk. That's really what he's doing. He doesn't really say that, but let's face it. He's like, you know what? You killed our boy. I'm going out here and I'm not going to hide. I'm going to represent. But let me just try and finish this part up.
I can do it with $250,000 of security. Most people don't have that.
Most people don't have that. And you talk about like fearing for your life. Yeah. I am a female pastor in Deep East, Texas. So on Sunday morning, I wait for that time when someone doesn't like what I said from the pulpit and comes up to me. So I too live with a fear, but it's different for me. And
I'm a female pastor. Okay, next. There is a lot. There's a ton left. And then this broad comes in and pisses me off. This one is going to drive you guys crazy.
Madison, like the town. Allow me to assert the premise today.
This broad doesn't know left from right, from up from down. And she's not stupid. I don't understand how somebody could be so dumb while being not stupid. It's quite the feat. This kid was pretty good. Just for time, I'm sorry, guys. I'm booting right along. Is this the last guy? Yeah, maybe it was this dude. Oh, who's this muscle-bound Jimmy over here?
Statement must always be made that this political violence and hatred comes at the root source from the idea that we don't have a God, there's no objective morality, and that's what's resulting in that ideology and that hate. Because
I agree with the root cause of it. The problem is The problem is you can't argue that with someone who simply rejects the precept of God. In other words, you have to meet them on their territory and gradually pull them over to this concept where you can get them to agree.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of good at this.
Yeah.
You can get them to agree on some terms, for example, political violence.
Right.
You can get them to agree on certain policies and then ask the why.
Yeah.
And for example, I sat down, my favorite change my mind that I ever did. I had a girl sit down because I'm pro-life, change my mind.
Yeah.
And she said, well, I don't know why you would just, I had to have an abortion. I didn't have a choice. I said, you did have a choice. I said, you know what? You're going to meet that child in heaven one day.
Right.
She came back on the show 2 weeks later via Zoom. She'd become a pro-life activist.
Praise God.
But I didn't start with something that she wouldn't hear.
Right.
That's badass, right? That I wanted you guys to hear that one part. So he had a chick, said she had an abortion. She wasn't really proud of it, but she's like, I had to do it. And he's like, no, you didn't. And they talked. It was a long time. I think I remember which one it was. And she ends up coming back 2 weeks later. And now this chick is like super hardcore, fighting for the good fight to end abortions. Damn, I'm so sorry. I've been in my little head, my little world. I got to catch up. I gotta get Nick the Gun Guy, my man. Let's go. Let's go. Scott, what's your thoughts on Nick Fuentes? One thought about Nick Fuentes real quick. I don't know. I can't stand it, but at the same time, I don't blame him because his name's Fuentes. And everybody shits on him for being like, 1/15th Mexican or whatever. His dad was like a quarter Mexican, but he had the last name because it comes from the dad's side, and the deal. And he says like Fuentes. It's Nick Fuentes. I don't know. It just kind of drives me a little crazy, but I get it. To be honest, I totally get it. I think Nick Fuentes is absolutely brilliant. I think I agree with about 99% of what he says. Maybe 92. Sometimes he gets a little hyped up and starts saying stuff like National Socialism is a good thing. And that to me says that. Also, you got to understand, all Nick Fuentes was doing when he was a young kid coming up was trying to ask hard questions. It's something I've done too my whole life. I love when my kids come up to me and they ask me like deep, super deep philosophical questions. I fucking love it. Not just for the fact that I see myself in them, because when I was a kid, I got in trouble in school all the time for just asking questions. I wasn't even a class clown. I mean, I was, kind of a wise guy, but I did it tactfully. I wasn't a dick. And not to say nothing bad about class clowns, because I believe they have their place. I'm just saying, I wasn't a typical class clown, but I would get like sent to the office for, going back and forth and questioning shit, and it pisses me off. So from that perspective and my own perspective, I think that's what created the anger in Nick Fuentes. I mean, the dude's been canceled, but at the same time, it's like, there are people like fed. So I kind of feel like there's something to that. But at the same time, then when you look deeper into it, it's like, actually, he did work with the feds while they were trying to interrogate him and put him in jail. So I don't know. I agree with a lot of stuff he says. I think sometimes he's not tactful enough. Maybe it is not tactful. I think Nick Fuentes is sort of a slave to his own audience at times. So instead of saying something like softly and kind, like Jesus would, he's a Christian, Fuentes just throws red meat to his rabid fans. So he kind of loses the message to the overall people. But I'm rooting for him. I kind of want him. It's not even kind of. I want him to mature and grow and to kick ass. But we'll see. Yeah, Buddha, Buddha's family. This gentleman right here is family, people. Give Buddha some love. I love you, Buddha. Snizzer, my dog. Bob Cook, the great and powerful Bob Cook. I love you. Dog Man Steve, everybody. Your late night. Damn, I was trying to think of something funny, but I can't because I'm looking at the time and I'm like, shit, I gotta hurry up. I said it all day. I'll say it again. Y'all know what to do. After this show is Alex Stein until 8 o'clock when the one and only Doc Matt Steve comes on and we chilling all night. DMS, I said it earlier, but I told everybody I'd say it again when you got here. I felt so bad. Like I wake up at 10 minutes of 5 in the morning. I'm off to work. I get to work like 5:35, 5:45, depending on traffic. Whatever. And dude, I sat on my couch on the couch, and I'm like, dude, I was so mad. I woke up like, what the time is it? It was like 1 o'clock in the morning or some shit. And I looked down. I'm like, DMS isn't on. Fuck. Oh, so mad. And you were on fire too. Last night's show was dope. I mean, they're all great. We know that. But he said, hey guys, I'm late as F, but I'm covering the crowd of stuff too. So I prefer not to spoil it for myself. I'm done with the crowd of stuff. Even though I got like 3 minutes left, but still. I just wanted to give a little taste. Everybody knows Doc Matt Steves is who you go to for that long form review. I just was blabbing a little too much, but Wat Malsh. What is up with the Lixdextia tonight? Matt Walsh doesn't know what a woman is. I believe you. Plus, that Minnesota Democrat lady had just broken with her party and voted for a bill that excluded healthcare for illegals. Thank you. Oh my God. That's what I've been trying to tell people. I'm like, everybody was mad at her because she betrayed the Democrats. There's no earthly way some Republican did that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It made sense from the beginning that a Republican would choose a Mormon church to target for political violence. Snares are coming through. Popping, baby. Popping. Please give me a like. I love you all. I think Nick's ideas are great, but he goes over the top sometimes for comedy. Buddha is crushing it. That is my mother chuckalaka. Sometimes for comedy, and a lot of people can't see past that to receive the message. Buddha knows what's up. He said it even better than me. Oh, Buddha, I want to have you on here sometime. All right, I get a hustle bustle. Let me flex this muscle. Get rid of that. Stop that screen. Pop that new screen on. Share. Boom. Ding. Bang. All right, we only got time for one last thing. Dagnabbit. Look at this. Xbox. Nobody's playing Xbox and PlayStation anymore. I mean, very little bits. And these idiots double the price of the Xbox Game Pass. They doubled it. Price 50% tier overall. Redonkulous. What is going on in this world? I am a dummy. I'm just a big dummy. You're a big dummy. From Nowheresville. Dagnabbit. I know. I've told you guys this shit before. So if I sell a roast beef sub, right? A large roast beef sub for $7, people will come in and buy it once or twice a week, which means that I will be selling them, 5 to 8 of them a month per person. But if I sell them for $20 fucking once a month, somebody's going to come in. That person's going to buy them once a month. And if you do the math on them, it's like, I'm still, I shouldn't say 20. I guess, like $15. If they cost me 5 to make, yes, 2 profit. But still, listen, the more and plus you want to get rid of your inventory. So even if you made an extra $1, you're only and you're selling 1. You want to pump them shits out. Oy vey. All right. Look at this. I can't even do it. I ain't got time. I got to get straight to the point because I am a blabber. Blabber mouth. All right, we got just enough time for this shiz. I'll do all this other crap tomorrow. Where's the Alex one that I uploaded? Where's my upload? Where the hell is it? Shit. Where is it? Where'd it go? All right, now I'm in trouble. Oh, shit. You're not supposed to see my sneakies. Crowd is back. Doubles. Here we go. Bingo, bango, baby. All right, ready?
Just welcome to Primetime with Alex Stein. I'm Jim.
I edited this video. That's why it's all choppy. And I did it like while I'm at work. And it was just rough. But I tried my best. I really did it just for the show. I just want you guys to see it. So I'll try to.
Just welcome to Primetime with Alex Stein. Jimmy apparently thinks that this is a very important news story. That you got some text messages, Jimmy?
I did. I got some text messages. As you remember, last week, we all went to City Council to call out Elizabeth Beck, who mocked Charlie Kirk's assassination.
And I just can't stop thinking about Erica's first public statement where she described a 3-year-old asking where her dad is. It just wrecked me. And obviously, everyone knows Councilwoman Beck saw that and made a post mocking Charlie. And I just don't get it. This is not a random Twitter troll. This is an elected leader whose salary is paid with our tax dollars.
But Sunday, I got an ominous text, and I feel like it got leaked from the Fort Worth City Council because I signed up with a name and address that's not connected to my phone number. But the text said, I saw your video on X. I have to tell you, you have no idea what you're dealing with. You represent Glenn Beck. You're not a moderate. Forces are at work like you've never seen. Be on the right side of history, pal. I did invite Elizabeth Beck to church. And so I was like, maybe it's her, reach out. So I started referring to this person as Elizabeth Beck. Suddenly changed the tune. I don't mean anything. I respect you. I wasn't sure. Was that for content or what? Don't be brainwashed by the media, buddy. Okay. I love you. You're a child of God. But this next one is when I started getting suspicious. So your post was especially painful for me because you're supposed to be a leader in Fort Worth. And she says, it's been a tough year for me. I've been a drinker. Sorry, I reached out. And then this person started sending like more and more unhinged messages. So, wow, you work at blank. Do they allow working at the Blaze too? Then he went, I'm sorry, I forgot I texted the wrong person. Disregard this conversation. Scott Starboard says Candace Owen is reporting that those texts to Jimmy were from Netanyahu.
Probably so.
That's pretty funny. And then,
yeah, okay, time out. That is a good comparison. That's a good comp. And we like Candace Owens here. We are Candace Owens fans. I'm just going to clip this and send this to Candace Owens. But you have Candace Owens vibes, Jimmy, and I'm the conspiracy theorist. You're like, Jimmy calls me, I am 99% sure that I got a text message saying, I love you and Lord bless you from this council member of the Fort Worth City Council.
All right, we got to go. Dag nabbit, I wish I had more time with you guys. I love you. Yeah, thank God for the PC. Elizabeth Beck is drunk and out of control. You ain't wrong. What time does the show start? I don't get it in super late. I'll be on tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Alex Stein is on right now, about 2 minutes. After that is Dark Match Steve. Go to his channel, subscribe, like, all that stuff. We are going to have a blast in there tonight. It's always a good time. I love you guys so much. Get over to Alex, please. I love you guys. All right, 6 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. Be here, be round, square, and purple, or upside down. I don't give a shit. Just be here, please. I love you. All right, later.